Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, depending upon where you are. My name is Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Kickstart video for July 8th, 2024. I had look that one up. But in the Kickstart video, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs of Euro versus US dollar, dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar, mainly from a technical perspective. So let's get started. Looking at the Euro versus US dollar on the daily chart as we start the trading week, we are, after moving lower earlier today, we did move higher. We're trading near the highs for the day. I just want to bring up this 50% of this move to the downside. The 50% retracement comes in at 1.08618. Above that, we have a topside trend line, which is a little bit higher than that. Let's say, I don't know, 80 or 90 or something like that. But you get the idea. We're sort of in this up and down trading relationship. But in trading last week, we did move back above the 100 and 200-day moving averages. Most of those moving averages are converged, which suggests that the market is going up and down and up and down. So just be aware of that overall perspective from the daily chart. Now, taking a look at the 4-hour chart. The price action, again, moved above the 100 and 200-day moving averages last week. We also moved above the 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's his green line right here. That level comes in at 1.07836. And ultimately, if the price is going to go lower this week, we need to get below those levels. On the top side, remember that 10861 level off of the daily chart. That was a 50% of that longer-term move down. That is also a minor swing area developed through this period right through here. And this is 4-hour chart, so this is weeks of trading. This is another week of trading. So it was developed through here, and then we came up and retested the low of that swing area and rotated to the downside. So that's going to be in this area up here between 108.53 and 108.617, which again, the 61 level is also the 50% off the daily chart, is a key level. On the downside, by the way, I love that this triple bottom right here held the low and started that move to the upside 2 weeks ago, and last week we continued that move higher. So the the euro versus US dollar, I should say, is more bullish here with the 61-ish area as the next target on the top side. Closer support ahead of the moving averages, probably the 61.8% retracement of this most recent move to the downside from the, looks like the June high to the June low. That level comes in at 1.08197. We did trade below it in trading here today, but then found support buyers against it right here. So be aware of that level, but the buyers are certainly in control in the euro versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen. I'm going to put it on the 4-hour chart to start off with, and what you notice off the 4-hour chart is, you see this high going back to the end of April. That level came in at 162.08. We had intervention, and then we had another intervention through here. And since then, we've been building and building, and more trending building here to the top side. We broke above that 162.08 level, and what is important, if you look at this chart, is that you see this low right here, and this low right here, and this low today right here. All those levels came in against this high right here. So the support at the 162.08, the old high going back to the end of April time period, held for the third time. You might even say this was a test and held as well in trading last week, and we pushed higher. Now let's take a closer look at the hourly chart to see what that is telling us, because we know the support is right here at the 21-ish type level, and what we know, what we can see here is that the 100 and 200-hour moving averages, which by the way was broken here on trading on Thursday, held resistance on Friday, not once but twice. And in trading here today, the 100-hour moving average still remains a level that we need to get to and through if the buyers are to take more control. If they can't get above that level, are they taking back more control or getting more control? And the answer is no. So what we then know is that we have this battle going on between the 160.20 level and resistance at the 100-hour moving average at 161.21, about 100 pips between the low and high. And so play that game plan. Get above the 21 level on the top side should be more bullish and have the buyers more excited about pushing back toward our high prices that we saw in trading last week, which, by the way, were the highest levels going back to 1987. Conversely, staying below this level and hoping, it has a seller's hoping that the price can ultimately break below the 160.21 level on the downside and have a further move lower in that currency pair, maybe down toward the 38.2% retracement of this longer move to the upside, which comes in at 159.10. That would be the next key target. So that's the battle lines for the dollar versus yen. Pretty clear. Trade those levels accordingly. Let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar on the 4-hour chart. And when we look at this pair in trading last week, I like the fact that the price moved up to the high of this swing area through here. This swing area was developed all through this area through here, and it got a little choppy, of course, through levels through here, but then reestablished the resistance up here. Well, this area between 127.54 and 127.77. We broke above that level on Friday and extended up to this other swing area through here, where we had, which is ahead of the extremes that we've seen in 2024 for the sterling versus US dollar here and here. But this interim level right through here between 128.16 and 128.27 was tested last Friday and in early trading here today. And as you can see, we are breaking to the upside here. So we're extending into this high range here where we had this extension up through here and this extension up to here. These two levels are the next key targets at 128.59 and 128.93, as long as the price can remain above 128.16 in trading here today. If it can do that, then the buyers remain in firm control again for the sterling versus US dollar. Move below that level, and maybe there's some disappointment like we saw here, and a reestablishment of resistance against this level once again. But for now, the buyers are more in control in the sterling versus US dollar as well. So there you have it, a kickstart your trading week with a look at 3 of the major currency pairs. My name is Greg Mikulowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.